Hey drumheads, Little Drummer Boy here, and today on Trucker Tales I want to talk about a McDuffie County, Georgia deputy with roid rage. That's right. One time I delivered in McDuffie County, Georgia, in a town called Thomaston, I think it was. All right, and so I delivered there and camped in my sleeper. And the next morning I was hungry. I was ready to go get something to eat. Need some breakfast so I could start out and get my backhaul and head back to Carolina. Well, so I parked on. Only thing I saw heading out of town was a Burger King, right? And I'm like, okay, Burger King, that sounds good for breakfast. So I park the uh, on the left side, like the opposing side. And I will admit, I was tired, but where I was parking, I wasn't blocking anybody's view because, let me tell you. So I park on the side of the Burger King. It's a 4-lane highway, but I park on that side of the highway, like facing traffic, but I'm off the road, right? And it's a 4-lane highway. Normally, if you have any common sense, when you pull out into a 4-lane highway that has a turn lane in the middle, you get in the mid, like if you're turning left, for instance, you will get in the middle lane and then work your way over when traffic's clear. That's the best way to get out into a 4-lane highway, is to pull out into the turn lane and then work your way over when traffic's clear, right? So anyway, so I park there, right? And I go in and get my burger or whatever, not burger, and get my breakfast. I don't even remember what I had. And when I come out, here's this big old hulked up deputy, and I'm on the phone with my mom. I had a flip phone at the time. I still remember. Excuse me, my allergies are killing me. Anyway, so this muscled up deputy with a vein popping out of his forehead starts yelling at me, "Get off that! Is this you? Get off the phone!" Like he had a right to talk to me like that or tell me to get off the phone. But I did. I could already tell he's hot. I'm like, yeah, I delivered here last night. I was just trying to get some breakfast. And he just goes off on me for parking there. And, and I was completely polite, but this dude had roid rage so bad, all because I parked somewhere. He said I was, he wrote me it was like $130, $160 ticket for blocking the line of sight for where I parked. But I wasn't, because I'm not an idiot. I've been driving trucks a long time, and you could see to get out into the lanes coming at you, and then all you have to do is get in the turn lane and work your way over. Because anybody turning left, by the time they got out into the 4-lane highway, they would have been able to see what's coming, the direction they're going. So anyway, I didn't make an argument or anything. I just told him, I said, well, I didn't see anywhere else to park, and it looks like a good place to park to me. So then he come, and this was a white dude with veins popping, roid rage, and he was a total jerk. And then he called for backup, like I was going to give him any trouble, and he's like, I could call for an inspection. I can call DOT out here to inspect this truck. I'm like, well, that's fine. Go ahead if you want to. He was so mad at me, and I didn't do anything. I didn't have an attitude. Man, I ran into so many bad cops in trucking who think trucks, first of all, we're the first lifeline of America. Nobody eats or has anything without us. But cops are very abusive towards truckers. They think we're a bunch of dumb hick rednecks, with tattoos that never bathe. While some are, that's not your general trucker. A lot of truckers have college education or some college. And it takes a lot of common sense to drive a truck. And so anyway, I guess he would say I didn't use my common sense that day, but I didn't see anywhere else to eat. And I was hungry, man. I wanted some Burger King breakfast. And what I did, it wasn't unsafe. So, yeah, he's threatened to have the DOT come and inspect my truck. I'm like, okay, whatever, man. And I've been through that plenty, too. And And y'all, just an aside, I know I seem like I'm down on cops a lot on my trucker tales, and that's because of the ones that have treated me wrong, who see trucks as a cash cow, and who are abusive bullies towards truckers. Um, we risk our lives every day for them as much as they risk their lives for us. Two truckers die in America every day to feed and clothe and bring the goods and your wants and needs to the rest of you. But when cops do their job, when they do a good job, I also commend them. I've got a lot of retired cops that are friends. I go to church with some, and well, some of them are part-time deputies or deputies and police officers now. So I have a respect for the badge. I have a respect for the office, but I just don't like cops that are bullies or that are abusive or who see truckers as a cash cow to rob with little highway robbery for the state. That's the kind of stuff that started the revolution. Was those kind of people in charge. But I have, if you want to see a video of mine, a trucker tale where I praise a cop, watch Trucker Tales Union, New Jersey. Because I got in a bad situation up there, getting lost in a neighborhood where you can't really fit a truck. And I had a cop that was an absolute angel up there, all right? So don't always think I'm bashing cops. I call them like I see them. I'm an honest ref. And so if you want to see me praising a cop, watch Trucker Tales Union, New Jersey, about a really, really good cop who helped me a big bunch that day. But anyway, so, and speaking of nice cop, the man who came to do backup and then the bully, he went on. Uh, I think he wrote the ticket. I don't know how it worked out, which one of them actually gave me the ticket. But the one that came to do backup was a nice black older gentleman. And he didn't have the attitude at all. He still wrote me the ticket, but he was polite at least. I commend him. He acted like a cop is supposed to act. Um, nice, but firm, polite, professional, but firm. You know, and they get nasty if they have to. That's the way a cop is supposed to do, right? But you know, the bully man, he was not professional. He was not calm. He was not polite. He would be the type that would beat somebody if he could get by with it and wasn't on camera. And it happens. We've all seen the videos of when they do get caught beating people. But anyway, so like I said in the last video involving a cop, they can make you pay, but they can't make you like it. And so when I sent him my check, I wrote a long letter and I let him know what I thought of Georgia and Atlanta, ghetto traffic jam that it is. And I told him I hope the Falcons, keep on sucking as bad as they always have. And the Falcons still haven't won a Super Bowl. Go Cowboys in Carolina. Of course, they're sucking pretty bad this year, too. But anyway, I told him, and as you can see, I've forgiven Georgia. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. But for a while, I didn't drink Coke. And I told him, man, I'm not going to drink Coke. I'm going to not, patronize anything to do with your state because of this ticket. And I probably got my $130 worth drinking Pepsi or whatever I made that day. That ticket took everything I made that day. So I delivered to his town for free, basically, slave labor. So, but yeah, just boycotting Coke for a long time probably earned back my money I lost on that ticket. Well, it didn't earn it back, but it kind of, made things even. But anyway, that's my trucker tale for today, y'all. Always try to be respectful around law enforcement because if you give them any lip, that's just going to make it worse. If you're going to give them lip, wait till after the ticket or in court to do it. Well, then you can get contempt. So wait till after it's resolved and then go off on them because you don't help yourself by doing anything but being nice and compliant at the time. But now keep in mind, but know your constitutional rights. They can't search your car without consent. And if you don't give them consent, they got to go get a warrant, all right? You know, you just don't have to bend over and take whatever they want to do. Know your constitutional rights. They do not have a right to stop you without probable cause that you committed a crime. Um, Now, so I don't know how they do roadside inspections on trucks because they will. Well, usually if you're going, like I've been pulled in South Carolina and Texas for going 5 miles an hour over, and that gave them the probable cause to do an inspection on me, which I passed. But anyway, so yeah, they'll find that you got a light out. You're going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. They can find a reason to pull you to do an inspection. But even now, granted, they probably do save lives, but the checkpoints, the license checks are actually illegal because they have no right to stop you to see if you're breaking the law. They do not have a legal right under our Constitution to stop you unless they have probable cause that you committed a crime. But that's a whole nother video right there. That would go under my one of my political videos. So anyway, hey, if you like my content, you like my trucker tales, I hope they're interesting. I think they are. My life's been pretty interesting. It hasn't always been good, but God's gave me an interesting one. Like my late Uncle Tom Everhart said, never a dull moment around Les. So anyway, if you like them, give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon so you always know when I'm posting a new video. And if you don't like it, scroll on. If you like it, watch it. You know, it's real simple. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope you had a good Christmas. And I hope you have a safe and blessed 2020s. We're going into a new decade, y'all. Happy new decade, not just Happy New Year. Anyway, love you. Peace. Bye.